G'day, I'm Ashley Young. I make knife sharpening systems for the meat industry. Today we're going to talk about why I use a knife sharpening system, systems that I've tried, and why I developed the sharpening system that I did. Right, so why use a knife sharpening system? Well, firstly, to learn to sharpen freehand very good could take years. That's no good in the meat industry when we want to train people to have a razor sharp knife in the shortest amount of time possible. So only using some sort of guided system can give us that shorter time to have a good knife. So, and I believe using a system, knife sharpening guided system, will give you a much sharper edge than you can ever get freehand sharpening. Secondly, a system, I think it needs to be portable. Personally, I don't like sharpening knives on weekends. I like to do them at work, so when I walk out the gate I can leave all that behind me, pick the kit up, take it with me home so it doesn't get stolen or misplaced at work. And if you do have a bad day at work, you do have your knife sharpening kit there at work with you that you can quickly go and sharpen a knife in your lunch hour. Okay, so this one here is pretty common in the meat industry. It's made by Easy Lap or Blade Sharpener, I think they call this. Works pretty good. It's not very portable. So it'd be something that you'd have to have at home only. Costs about $300 at the moment. The problem is, because it costs $300, most people then don't want to fork out the extra for a good array of stones, so they'll generally then buy a $30 Norton stone and maybe a $100 finishing stone, and they're not getting the best out of it. So to get the best out of this system here, you need to have a good array of stones, and these come, you're going to be looking at about $100 each for a good full-size stone and then a finishing stone, so you could be up for an extra $400 on top of the cost of this system to have getting the best out of it. So that is price high, not very portable. And with the weight of these full-size stones on the knife, I've found that I could actually get a better edge with the smaller systems. So I bought this one to try it, see how they work, but I never actually used it for work knives, only sharpening kitchen knives at home. That's what it's relegated to nowadays. Another one we tried, it was the Lansky system. Problem with it is the stone's very narrow, and each of these holders have its own rod, and they all tend to get bent out of shape, so you're getting different angles, and it's not very robust. For meat workers sharpening their knives every day through the week, they didn't last. These things tend to break, and what we did in the early days was glue wider stones onto them, and that did work okay, but that sort of prompted us into the direction that we went. Another one, system made by DMT, all plastic, not very robust, does work okay, but again, for a meat worker sharpening their knives every day, it's not really going to cut it. And both of them systems you're going to pay around $50–60. Going to be more expensive for the Diamond Lansky kit, but as I said, they're portable, fairly reasonably low price, but not very robust. Another one I tried was the Spyderco Sharp Maker. Wasn't very successful for me for work knives. Reasonably priced, but again, I didn't get the edge out of that I could elsewhere. So again, that's relegated to the shelf. So that's why we started developing the sharpening kit that we did. In this price bracket there wasn't much else for something that's portable, robust enough for everyday use, get an excellent edge with a good array of stones. So we developed this probably 15 years ago now. It's quite a few hundred of these in use at the moment in the meat industry. It's portable, certainly robust, stainless steel rod. You've only got one rod to worry about keeping straight, and a good array of stones. That's key, and they're good. The width, you're looking at 25mm wide stones, good array of stones, 400, 600, 1200 grit diamond, and then this one here. This is, I think, the best finishing stone for the meat industry that I've found. I've spent a lot of money on different types of fancy Japanese stones. That one there was about $200 for a stone. Works good for woodworking tools and stuff, but for general meat working knives, this is the one I'll come back to again. Arkansas stone, they work good, but I think this one here, made by Spyderco in America, I think is the premier finishing stone to get that polished edge that works well for meat worker knives in cutting chilled beef, lamb, pork. That's the type of edge that you're going to require. Slaughter jobs, some jobs you may not want to go to this level of finish. You would probably stop with a 1200 grit finish, would probably be enough. But certainly in the boning rooms or fabrication rooms, this finishing stone here to give you that polished edge is going to be the way to go. These kit retail for around the bit over the $200 mark, so reasonably priced for such a good array of stones, I think, and that robustness that it's going to give you years of daily trouble-free use. That's what we aim to produce. So I hope that this little video was helpful to you. Make sure, if you like the content of this and some of the other videos I've done, subscribe to our channel, and we'll keep you up to date with more of this type of content, especially for the meat industry. And if you want to go over to our website, ajyoung.com.au, you can have a look at some of our products. Okay, thank you.